Oh, we've got a lot of football to get to. And guys, let me start with this, a little bit of time with the Fernandez family. So this past weekend, did a little shopping and did a little eating down at downtown Disney. My wife, just for a moment, had her mask down, and they quickly reminded her to put it back up. No big deal, no big shake. Thanks for the reminder. She did it, whatever. Can you imagine if you did not wear your mask and was fined $100,000? That's exactly what happened for 5 NFL coaches, Patrick, including your boy, Pete Carroll.
Pete, I think they wanted to send a little message there. I say welcome to the optics circus.
Even worse if your wife is getting fined for it and there's people 5 feet away from her that are tackling each other on the ground and they don't need the mask.
Very true. Very true.
Dude, $100,000 for each of these coaches, including John Gruden from the Las Vegas Raiders, and $250,000 fine for each of those 5 teams as well, man. That is a hefty fine for not wearing your mask.
Didn't you find it even kind of interesting is even after Pete and Kyle and the Broncos coach got nailed, then, we watched the game on Monday night and Sean Payton, he never even wore his mask once.
No, you're right. All those coaches who got fined first happened on Sunday, and then we get to Monday Night Football, and both of the head coaches said, "No, I'm not going to wear." Maybe they forgot. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
If you're Sean Payton and you're like, "Look, I'm going to be pulling it down at some point," do you just be like, "I'm going to get the fine. I'm not even going to wear the thing"?
I guess.
Maybe.
I guess, or he didn't get the memo.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, maybe they didn't get the memo. Maybe they chose not to wear. I don't know, but it was $100,000 that they're going to have to pay. So, what's worse? Now let's pick your own adventure here. What's worse? Pay $100,000 for not wearing a mask, or letting a doctor puncture your lung while giving an injection, a shot into your ribs?
I'll gladly pay the $100,000.
I mean, how do you, before a game, stab your own quarterback directly in the lungs?
He made a mistake, huh?
Yeah, if you haven't heard, LA Chargers quarterback Tyrod Taylor, I guess he had a rib injury, and they were going to get him a shot to kind of, numb the pain a little bit in his ribs. I guess the doctor went a little bit too far and actually punctured his lung. This is right before the game, and that's why Justin Herbert started last weekend.
Yeah, it was a surprise sort of switch at quarterback, and they say the reason for that is this type of shot, it only lasts for about 4 to 4.5 hours, so it has to be pretty much right at the start of the game for them to have the effects for the full game. And they say, with this injection, the puncturing of the lung is sort of a danger that they're willing to go through for this. It's a common thing, I guess.
It can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen if you go too far. Rumor is that Air Bear or Justin Herbert, he did it on purpose.
Well, he looked pretty good. He did look pretty good, and it looks like they're going to be going with him for a while now, because they say Tyrod Taylor is doing better. He's doing well, but still not good enough to get out there and play football quite yet. So I think going forward, at least maybe for the next couple of weeks, I would say Justin Herbert is going to be the guy at quarterback for the LA Chargers because of this. Just wacky.
And watch, he's going to slang it too.
Oh, poor Tyrod. That's a rough one on him.
Yeah, so the Chargers play this weekend at home against the Panthers. So at least on paper, that should be a win, right, for the LA Chargers.
They are undefeated in SoFi Stadium.
That's true. I've never lost.
SoFi Stadium has never seen a loss so far.
It only knows winning.
Right?
Don't
be the first team to lose in that stadium.
Between the Rams and the Chargers, are right. All W's all the way around. The Chargers at home against the Panthers. The Raiders are playing at the Patriots. That's kind of an interesting game right there, because the Raiders are 2-0 to start the season. And the Rams at the Bills, that's 2-0 teams. So there's some interesting matchups here early on in the NFL year that we can keep an eye on for this weekend. We're going to get to the NBA playoffs. We're going to get to the Dodgers. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. 3 locations across the Inland Empire, which makes it so easy to get your gas at Matheson Gas. 1 in Fontana, 1 location in Riverside, 1 in Rancho Cucamonga. Of course, if you're at home, you can always visit them online at mathesongas.com. Check out all the gas. Check out all the welding supplies, the cooling supplies. That is Matheson Gas, the gas professionals. Check them out if you need gas. Now we go to the NBA playoffs. And the Denver Nuggets look like they're going to make it a series with the Lakers. They picked up Game 3. Game 4 is tonight. And what's funny is there's still people on social media, and they all come out of the woodwork saying, well, the Clippers would have given the Lakers a better series as opposed to the Denver Nuggets. But hold on. Denver won Game 3. I think we're going to have a series going into Game 4 tonight.
I mean, was the first round a series because the other team won a game? Was the second round a series? Sorry, Denver, you got your one win. We'll see you out of here in 2 games.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, Jamal Murray, very talented. Jokic, very talented. They are scrappy, and so this is definitely a team that the Lakers want to try to put away. You don't want to let them hang around.
What's crazy is, think about this. I would have never guessed this before the year began, that the Lakers, the final 2 series before the NBA Finals or going into the NBA Finals would be the Denver Nuggets, and it looks like in the East, the Miami Heat. Like, who would have guessed? I would thought it was going to be the Clippers and the Milwaukee Bucks, or maybe the Boston Celtics, but the Heat are up 3-1 on Boston right now in the East.
Well, Tyler Hero, the youngest kid to score that many points since Magic Johnson in 1979 when he dropped 42. That kid is unreal.
Dude, I don't even, to be honest, super honest with you guys, transparent. Until a couple weeks ago, I had never heard of Tyler Hero. I don't know what college he came from. I didn't know much about him, and here he is.
I'd never heard him until last night when I see him all of a sudden tearing it up. I'm who is this kid?
I'm pretty sure he's a Calipari kid. He's a Kentucky kid, I'm pretty sure. That's how I had heard about him.
We know the Miami Heat, they have Jimmy Butler, but beyond that, man, it's just a bunch of scrappers. This team is a no-name team, but they're getting it done. They're the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, but now 1 win away from going to the NBA Finals and could potentially meet the Lakers. The Lakers, again, up 2-1 on the Denver Nuggets. Game 4 is tonight. And
Jimmy Buckets, they've been calling him because he just drained. But I think we actually changed his nickname to Jimmy Bubble because he has dominated this thing.
Yeah, he has.
Jimmy Bubble. I like that.
Jimmy Bubble.
Maybe the stars lined up in the bubble that the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, all these guys, maybe they're like the team to beat inside the bubble. It's just the bubble has strange things happening, like the Bermuda Triangle. There's weird things happening in the bubble.
I think these kids have been under the microscope so much all of their lives, especially with Facebook and all that. Now without 30,000 people screaming at them, I think they can actually just play.
Let's not forget, there is a lot on the line for Miami, too, with Spoelstra and Pat Riley to get under from the LeBron height. They've only ever won with LeBron, so if they could then take LeBron out in the finals, that would be huge for them.
Huge.
Yeah, they're finally saying, wow, I guess Spoelstra is actually a really good coach. Look what he's doing with this roster, as opposed to LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and that whole crew.
He's come a long way. Let's remember they used to call him Tape Boy.
Yes.
He was like the videotape guy. He's come a long way. I give him all the respect in the world.
They sure have. They're a good team out there. And quickly to baseball. And finally, guys, the Dodgers, 8 straight National League West titles. And my real quick question, we'll wrap it up on this. Who are the only 2 Dodgers to be part of 8 straight National League West titles? Only 2 players have been through it all. Who are those 2 guys? And here's your one hint. They're both pitchers.
Well, one's got to be Kershaw.
See?
Right?
See, senor, that's one.
That's the one I was going to take. You took mine.
And the other one's got to be I would guess Sandy Koufax, but it must be somebody more current than that. I can't think of who it is.
It's your boy, Kenley Jansen, the closer for the LA Dodgers. So Kenley Jansen and Clayton Kershaw, the only 2 guys to be during this National League West title run. But yeah, 8 straight now. And this is the final weekend of baseball, guys. Final weekend of regular season baseball.
Sunday, it's over. 40, your baseball season is over, aren't you, Pop?
How the hell is baseball not in playoffs yet? What is going on with this thing? It's still long, even in a shortened season.
Sunday, it's all over, and into the playoffs we go, my friend.
Yes, I can't wait.
You have to know how to get your stuff.
It's Inland Sports, guys, all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We got the Inland Sports YouTube channel as well, talking to local Inland Empire coaches. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pat.